Medicine Vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Hey everyone, good evening, good evening. Welcome to another night over here at Ustyle Magazine Live Radio. Again, I am your host, Bridget Davis. Glad to be here to help you guys get your week started for another amazing show. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank my audience, my supporters. I definitely want to thank my two sponsors, Miles Rawls over there at the George Goodman League. I hope you guys have a great game today. I also want to thank Captivate Marketing Solutions, who's my second sponsor. So I want to thank you guys for believing in me. I want to thank you guys for pushing me, for helping me, and thank you. I want to just recap a few events that I had the opportunity to go to this weekend. First of all, I want to acknowledge all of those girls over there at We Can Survive with Maya Wright. She's the founder of the We Can Survive Foundation, which is a cancer awareness foundation. They had an amazing fashion event over at Lord & Taylor that took place on Saturday. And I have to say that everyone looked absolutely amazing. It was a beautiful event. You guys did a great job. I did get there kind of late, but from what I could see, everyone looked amazing. You guys did a great job. You guys did a great job. That's all I can say. So I just want to, definitely want to let you guys know I love what you're doing. I'm trying to support as much as I can. You guys make sure that you check those girls out. Make sure that you're logging onto their pages. Make sure that you go onto their website, donate. Again, they are raising money for their 2017 Honduras trip, mission trip that they're going on. So you guys make sure that you're getting connected with them. Make sure that you are supporting and donating as much as you can. They do have another event coming up this Saturday from 2 to 5, which is going to be a crab feast and a pool party where they're also going to be raising money for their trip. So you guys make sure that you get in contact with Maya, get in contact with Patricia Wilson, and I'm assuming that all of the other ladies that are involved in the mission trip will also be giving out, well, not giving out, but they'll also have tickets for you guys to buy for the event, where all of the proceeds will also be donated to their trip as well. So make sure that you all get in contact with them. Make sure that you help them out as much as you can. That event is going to be this Saturday. I'm sure that you could probably go onto one of their social media pages so that you can get the exact address, and actually I have it here. It's going to be at the Hill, which is at 16911 Old Central Avenue, which is in Upper Marlboro. So make sure that you guys get in contact with them, get those tickets, help to support their mission. Again, they're doing a great job. They're, like I said, they're going far away from their families, far away from their homes, to try to help some people out that, really need their help and don't have the means to get the care and the medical care and so forth that they need over there. So you guys make sure that you help them out, let them know that we're supporting their mission, we're supporting everything that they're doing. And I just think that, it's a great thing, being someone who has, where cancer has kind of hit my family as well. So I think we all can relate to having someone close to us, that has been affected by cancer. So you guys make sure that you get in contact with them, help their foundation, help them out with what they're doing, and make sure you get in contact with them. Also on Sunday, I was invited to attend the Ladies in Industry Power Brunch, which was in Alexandria. It was a great event. Again, another great event. Special guest was Tara Gates Anderson. They focused on networking, creating positive bonds, partnering, co-branding, and so forth. All of that was really great. I have to say that their next conference they're going to have is going to be here in Washington, D.C., which is going to be October the 7th. So make sure that you guys get in contact with them. Like I said, it was a great event, great opportunity. One thing that I can say that I walked away with that Miss Tara did give all of us was she said, don't wait for people to reach their boiling point before you decide to partner with them. It's the work while they're on simmer. So make sure that you plan, prepare, and partner, with the brands and with people that are trying to do some great things. Again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in with me each and every Monday. Please make sure that you are staying in contact and make sure that you're connecting with all of my social media outlets. Again, on Facebook, I am ustylemag.com. On Twitter, I am Ustyle Magazine. Instagram, I'm Ustyle Magazine. And please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Ustyle Magazine. There you'll be able to find all of our previously recorded shows and, like and love all of that stuff and share as much as you can. Participate as much as you can. If you have any guest ideas or guest inquiries, please reach out to me at ustylemagazinelive@gmail.com, and I will be glad to see if we can work it out and get you on the show as soon as possible. Thank you. Tonight I have a very great guest that's going to be coming in after a short, quick break. But it's been a minute. I've been trying to get her on, but she's finally here, and I'm so glad. But tonight I am going to be welcoming Miss Lynetta Grant. She's a wellness consultant as well as an empowerment speaker. So I am definitely looking forward to her dropping some good nuggets and some knowledge, and we're going to get to know all about her and her story and how she's overcome all of it. So you guys stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Okay, hey you guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Ustyle Magazine Live Radio, still here in the building, sitting here with my amazing guest for this evening, Miss Lynetta Grant.
Yes.
Hey, darling. Thank you for coming.
Hello.
Y'all have no idea. We've been trying to get together. We've been trying to connect. And I was like, I got to get you, please. I got to get you. So she is here.
Yes.
Thank you for joining me tonight.
Yes, I'm excited.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited.
Yes.
So tell everyone exactly what it is you do.
Yes, everybody. I am a wellness consultant and I'm also a motivational speaker going around sharing my story about childhood trauma and being a survivor and what that looks like in my life today, going through the healing stage. You know, most people go through things, but they never get to heal.
Right, right.
So, you know, that's what I do now.
Right.
Just helping women.
Now, I do know that you just had a conference.
Yes.
Actually, tell us a little bit. And that was here.
Yes, it was my first conference because the name of my company is called Beauty After Broken.
Yes, and I want you to explain that to me, but let's talk about your conference.
Yes. So my conference, I wanted to start sharing my story.
Okay.
So my conference, it wasn't no other speakers. It was just
Okay.
myself.
Okay.
Everybody knows I love dance, so I intertwined that in. And basically what I wanted to do is to share my story so I can reach as many women that I can possibly reach.
Exactly.
So they can start to share their story to heal. So that event went marvelous. It sold out. I was able to bless a couple of females that were staying at a shelter and they're going through the same situations. And I said, come on out.
Exactly.
You know, no need to be in that rut. Come
That's
get
right.
blessed and inspired, and you know you can conquer everything.
Exactly. I think that's great. So now tell us a little bit about your story. Like what got you to this point now? Like what did you have to go through? Because clearly your story is your message.
Yes.
And that's why you're here now. So exactly what was your story?
My story was being broken. I went through so much as a child, verbal abuse, physical, was adopted. I was raised by a grandmother over in Southeast in Berry Farms. That's where I was born and raised.
Oh, goodness. Okay. My
Yes.
husband's from over there. All right.
Yeah. My mom, she chose the streets. However, she didn't raise any of her kids. So my story was just so powerful that the things that I've gone through, and I'm like, God, it's a purpose in this pain.
Exactly.
So how do
Exactly.
I breathe life into the purpose? How do I not sit there in it?
Exactly.
And start to heal, because we all have a story, maybe a different story. And I
Exactly.
wanted women to understand that was the past.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you're not your mom, you're not your dad. You
Exactly.
can dictate your story. And that's
Exactly.
what I wanted women to understand. And I've gone through so much. I've been homeless, you know, lost a job and ended up in a shelter for 5 months because I didn't heal. So most of my life I was going through life with anger and bitterness.
Exactly.
And,
Exactly.
you know, why me? Addicted to the pity party. And I'm like, God, you didn't design me to have a pity party.
That's right.
I need
That's
my
right.
purpose party. So how do I find it?
Exactly. And you know, and that is, I know a lot of women, you know, we struggle with that, and we struggle with it by ourselves because we're ashamed,
Yeah.
you know, to have to share our story.
Yeah, because you worry about what people think.
Exactly. You're worried about
And
what
if
people
it's
are thinking.
family,
Exactly.
you know,
Exactly.
you really, you know, you're
Exactly.
touching on eggshells because you're like, well, I don't want to get anybody in trouble.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
but how do you heal?
Exactly.
If you keeping it in and everybody has done things to you, when is your healing start? So you
Exactly.
can be able to birth your purpose. And I didn't want to pass down that to my kids.
Exactly. So when you were going through, you know, what you were going through, like I say, to get you to this point, did you ever imagine that you would find yourself at this stage encouraging other women?
I always knew I was an encourager. I did that when I was young. People used to say, you a preacher? You know, you always giving somebody some positive nuggets.
I know, because I first caught you and you were doing a
Yeah,
Facebook
when
Live,
I-
and that's where I first saw you. And I was like, oh my God, who is this woman? I first saw you, and ever since then, obviously I sent you a friend request, and ever since then, I'm like always looking, and I'm always watching. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, and that was
Wow.
me because even though my past and my childhood is traumatic, I seen this spark in my grandmother.
Right.
And anybody know of a grandmother, the back
Oh,
in the
a
day
real
grandmas,
grandmother. That's right. Yes.
They taught you a lot.
That's
You
right.
know, so she taught me about perseverance. She went through a lot. She took a lot of us in who moms gave us up.
Right. Right.
So I
right.
seen that strong person, even we was bad.
Right.
Just
Right.
showing off. But she
Right.
kept
Right.
us. She didn't put us out. We didn't go to foster care. And because I seen that, I took that.
Exactly.
I was raised in, positivity. You didn't know that your grandmother had an issue with the next door neighbor. They
Right.
didn't show
That's
you that.
right.
It
That's
was
right.
love. It was community.
That's right.
So that's how I was raised in the
Exactly.
love and community, regardless of the trauma I experienced in
Right.
the household.
Right. Right. Right.
So I took that on and I kept inspiring people. And even my time in the shelter, I was like, God, why would you have me to come here?
Yeah, yeah.
But I was on
your
a mission.
Story, yeah,
I was
it's
on an
amazing. All of that
assignment.
was a part of your purpose to get you here. You had to go through
I
that
had to go.
because you had to have a story. You had to have a testimony, and you had to go through what you had to go through. Yeah,
And that's typically
And that's
how it
something.
goes. And I know there's some people out there that's like, but why me?
yep,
I
exactly.
said, well, why not you?
Why not you? That's right. Why not you?
I give everything to my strongest soldiers
That's right.
because I know you can handle it.
Exactly. And I hear that, and not just me, I do hear that, but, a lot of us, we hear that. And at the time when you're going through it, you just don't see it because
You
you're
don't
just
see
like,
it.
I'm not that strong.
Yeah, you
I'm
don't
not
see
as
it.
strong as you think I am. I
Yeah.
can't do this.
I can't.
And before you know it, you've done it.
You done it.
Yeah, you've done
He
it.
said, I prepped you. I gave you the tools. You looking at it from your sight versus my sight.
Exactly.
I don't put you anything
like
without
they say,
giving you
you look
tools.
through it through the human eye. You're not looking through it through a spiritual eye. And you have
Yes.
to sometimes you have to take a step back and you have to look at things through the spiritual eye.
Yes.
I think that's awesome. So your conference consisted of
Me telling my story. Also bringing on a therapist to allow people to understand you have to get help
Right.
outside of what you think is help. Sometimes people resort to drinking, drugging. That's not the help.
right.
But when
right.
you go to people that God placed on this earth to get you to
Exactly.
help therapy, weekly therapy, help me. Most people
Exactly.
like, I don't want to go to no stranger.
And I was going to say, because again, that's another
The
thing
stigma.
that exactly that we go through. So did you have to first of all convince yourself that, hey, I need help and I need to find someone?
Yeah, but I wasn't torn. You know how some people are torn, like, well, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Right.
I knew it was a good
Right.
idea. I said, okay, these people are here. Why not allow them to give me some tools?
Exactly.
Because I was seeing some things like, okay, God, why can't I stick to anything? Why am I so mean-spirited sometimes? Why I don't trust?
Exactly.
I want to trust. I want to have healthy relationships with
Right,
people.
right.
But I needed the help.
Exactly.
And it was coming from a professional.
Exactly.
So I allowed this individual, Miss Valencia, to come in. She gave her spiel about the importance of going to seek help. So from there, a lot of people, maybe about 10 women, seeked out and said, that's
Awesome.
me.
Look at that. Look at
That's
that.
me. I
And
need
how does
help.
that make you feel to see that you are able to affect others at that point, that they recognize that there's something in them that they need help with? I mean, how does that make you feel?
It was a blessing because I told God, I said, this ain't about me.
That's right.
Make it all about you.
That's right.
So every
That's
time
right.
somebody say thank you, I said no, thank him, because
girl.
he blessed. He had to birth it in me.
That's right. That's right.
So it makes me feel good that I'm doing His work and I'm being obedient.
Awesome. Now I know that you did some dancing
Yes.
at the conference as well. Do you
Yes.
have a background in dance?
Yes, I've been
Great.
dancing since I was 2. I started in the studio when I was a teenager because, of course, like I told you, my grandmother raised me, didn't have a lot of funds there.
Right,
So
right.
a lot of this stuff was through the community centers.
Okay,
And
okay.
it was always in my heart. Every move I make, I was doing an 8 count.
Oh, wow.
Always, you know. And people look at my daughter and was like, "Oh my gosh, she's a natural." I said, "She came out of my womb."
That's right. So how old is your daughter?
She is 13.
Oh, okay. And does she look at mommy like, wow, mom's helping all of these people?
Ye-
Aw,
yes,
aw.
she is really proud. I have her to look through my albums from a child, and she's like, "Oh my goodness, how did you go through so much?"
Exactly, exactly.
We don't go through half that. I said, some people are more blessed
That's
than
right.
others.
That's right. That's right.
You
So
know.
do you sometimes take a look at your photo albums and you just kind of see where you were as opposed to where you are now?
Oh yes,
Right.
It's such a blessing because, like you said, when you in it, it's you like what a light.
Yep.
When you think
exactly.
about, I think about the beatings and the verbal abuse, the taunting, the molestation. You're like, God, this can't be for me, not a
And
6-year-old.
see, and to hear you, even just to name those few things that you've gone through, that just lets me know, it tells me that a lot of times you have to be very careful how you approach people because a lot of people are going through things that you have
Yes.
no idea. Because looking at you, I would never
Never-
assume
never
that
know.
you went through such horrible times or bad times growing up. And it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But like I tell people, on your birth certificate, your name is at the top, so you can change it. There's 2 names at the bottom. That's it. They on there because they birthed you.
Right.
But you make the
Right.
choice.
You make
It's
I
your
love it.
it's your duty. It's your
I love
duty.
it. Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I get to make a difference. I can live in the pity party and say, well, hold me, my mother wasn't there, my dad wasn't there.
Exactly.
Or do I get up and put my gloves on and fight
That's right. That's
for
right.
another human being who needs healing?
Exactly. But where do you pull the strength from? That's what I'm saying. Like it's like, gosh, I'm still fighting for myself. So where am I going to get the strength from to fight for so many other people that need? They
It's-
need that.
it's
They
that God
need
strength.
you know what I'm saying?
It's that God strength. It's that fasting and that praying and, just really going to Him and say, I need your type of strength.
Exactly.
Because I'm tired.
Exactly.
Because sometimes you are tired.
You're tired,
Sometimes
right.
I'm tired because I'm worn out,
Right.
thinking about all this stuff. And when this type of work, you got to go back and relive. That's enough to knock some wind out
And that's
you.
what I was going to say. Does it bother you? Because I'm sure, while you're doing, the conferences and, while you are talking and trying to relate to other women, you have to tell your story.
Yes.
Is that part of still your continued therapy
Oh, yeah.
for you?
I'm always in therapy.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Right.
Right now I'm in a coaching program for transformational coaching.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's to really dig deep.
Okay.
Really dig deep. So I do my weekly therapy. But on
Okay.
top of this is now to say, okay, Lonetta, it's time to really dig deep.
I love it.
Because it's a book in you.
Exactly.
So for that book to come out, I need this
You
to
got to get it
happen.
all out.
Got to get it all out.
Okay, well, we're going to take a quick break because when we come back, we're going to talk about some more stuff that you're
Yes.
doing. So you guys give us about a couple of minutes. We're going to just take just a quick break, and we will be right back. Great. Welcome back, you guys. I am still sitting here with my awesome guest this evening, Miss Lynetta Grant, and she is amazing. She has a story to tell. So before we went away to break, you had begun to talk about a book in progress.
Yes.
Okay, so this is going to be a book about your life?
Yes.
Okay, that's
Yes.
awesome. And so you're writing it? You have someone
Yes.
helping you going
Yes.
through? Okay.
I have somebody right now helping me.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so it should be out before the year is out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That's by the end of the year. Great.
Yes.
Now, and I do know that also that you do a lot of work with children.
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
And tell us about what you do.
So basically, I teach dance. I have my
Okay.
own dance company as well, called Dynasty Arts and Movement.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I closed my dance studio last June
Okay.
to go mobile, so I can take my program into the school system.
Oh, so that's what you.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So when
okay.
you see me going live at the daycares and the
Exactly.
schools, I felt like the need was there, and I asked God, I said, take me to the need,
Right.
not the want.
Right.
You know,
Right.
there's some kids who may not get access to a studio, but still want the training.
Exactly.
So that's when their directors will hire me in, and I come teach ballet, tap, acrobatics. I do hip hop fitness with them. So, and I teach them a way that using this dance
Right.
as a ministry to get your pain out,
Exactly. As an outlet.
as
for
an
them.
outlet,
Yeah. Yeah.
like I had to do.
exactly.
Dance is my healing.
That is awesome, and probably still your
And
healing.
still, I love dance. I eat, sleep, and breathe it. Yes.
That is great. So how how receptive are the kids to is it hard to teach them?
No. Everybody loves Miss Lonnie.
And
They
I've seen,
love Miss Lonnie.
I've seen some of your live videos, and it's like as soon as you come in, they're all running
They're
to you. And I'm
running
like,
up.
that is too cute.
Because kids they know energy.
Right.
They know
That's true.
energy.
That's true. That's true.
And when you're having fun and you're moving and dancing with them, that's all they care about.
Exactly.
But if you lazy, ooh, no, they ain't gonna feel you. You have to be moving. And kids feel when you're authentic.
Exactly. That's true.
They
You're
feel.
right. You're
They
right.
feel it.
If that spirit doesn't seem right, a child will stay
You-
away
you
from
gon-
that.
oh, yeah, you gonna have a
child
rough
will stay
time
away
with
from
that one.
Wow. So you just go to schools here in the district, or
Yes.
do you?
So I do travel to Virginia.
Okay.
In
okay.
Alexandria. I do Zumba with the kids out
Okay.
there. So hopefully this school season coming, I'll get a couple of more schools.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be
they're
great.
taking fitness out of the schools and the performing arts.
Oh,
and
are they really?
They're cutting back. So I'm
Okay.
like, so that's, my business has kind of picked up
Exactly.
because
I was
of
going
that.
to say that's your opportunity because
Yeah.
there's a need there.
There's a need.
Yeah, there's a need.
Yes.
That is great. So do you think, or do you find yourself, or you think that you might want to maybe take that and expand
Oh, yeah.
and just kind of,
Yes, I want to expand it where I'm teaching kids to really put wellness into it, but really act out the
Exactly.
things that they're doing through dance. Like
Exactly.
they're going through. So if it's abuse, instead of doing bad things,
Right.
let's get into the studio and battle it out.
Exactly.
Let's
I
do
love
hip hop.
that. Right.
Let's do liturgical dance. Anything that can channel that
Exactly.
anger.
Wow. Now, do you also teach as far as the kids? Because I know you are a wellness consultant.
Yes.
So do you also go into wellness with them as well? Or that?
Oh, yeah. So really getting into them about healthy eating,
Okay.
the importance of taking care of yourself.
Okay.
Because we all know people who have gone through trauma, we don't take care of
Exactly.
ourselves. We let depression take over.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we literally get in this habit of taking care of everybody else.
Exactly.
And not ourselves. So
Exactly.
we're like the last person that get anything.
Exactly.
So teaching the kids early, hey, you got to self-care.
Exactly. And you know
You
what? Because
know?
that's what I was going to say. I think as far as like when you're dealing with wellness, it's kind of like an overall overhaul.
Oh, yeah.
Of your entire wellness being.
Yeah, not just
You know?
weight, Most people think
spiritual.
of weight.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
like,
It's the overall.
weight can come from so much,
Yeah.
not just the pounds.
That's right.
It can
That's
come
right.
from depression weight. That's some
Exactly.
weight,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, the kids who not eating, you know, maybe their household don't have enough
Exactly.
food. That's weight.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
so what can we do about that?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Now, and as far as adults, how do you work with adults as far as, being a wellness consultant with them?
Getting them to really care for themselves, because I know as mommies, we do a lot of ripping and running for our
and
kids.
we eating on the go when we
Eating
can.
on the go. We all live in our cars, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Our car can look like the drive-through.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And you drinking sodas
Sodas.
constantly to keep you going. Yeah, all of that.
Just all
is
of that.
just not
so
good for you.
how can we prep our meals prior
Exactly.
and include our kids in it?
So do you teach meal prep?
Yes.
Oh,
So
awesome. Okay.
And the reason why, because I have a son who was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes.
Oh, yeah, I
And he
remember
also
seeing
has
that.
celiac. Celiac disease is where
Oh, no, I was gonna say, yeah, you gotta
gluten-free,
explain that. Okay.
where you're on a gluten-free diet.
Oh,
So my
okay.
household look a little different in the refrigerator.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. So you have to meal prep for him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Different bread, different pizza dough.
Uh-huh.
So
So that means he can't eat like what?
Anything wheat.
White. Oh, okay. Wheat.
Anything that has wheat in it. So 90% of the foods that we eat have wheat.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're probably with him. You have to check labels and.
Oh, everywhere we go.
Exactly.
Everywhere we go. We're checking something. But now he's in tune to better health.
Very good. Very good. Very good. So this whole wellness thing is kind of an overall family thing.
It's family.
Yeah.
And really learning to self-care.
Exactly.
Getting back to
Exactly.
you, meditating.
Right.
You know, I tell my
Now,
kids,
see,
go
that's
meditate.
something that, the prayer thing, I kind of got that down. But as far as meditating, I'm trying to kind of,
Yeah.
but that's so hard just to even
You
kind
sit
of,
still, right?
yes, and quiet your
Yes.
mind. So that is so hard for
It
me.
is.
That's
but
so
it's
hard.
It's hard for so many because
Uh-huh.
we are used to racing.
Yeah.
We are used to picking up our phone every 2 seconds.
Yes, yes,
So when you're
yes.
sitting quiet, you're like, my phone, where's my phone? Where's my phone? Right? So we have to get at least, I don't care if it's 5 to 10 minutes.
Exactly,
You know, and I
exactly.
tell people, take essential oils,
Uh-huh.
clear your space.
Okay.
Get the eucalyptus, the lemongrass
Uh-huh.
to kind of calm your spirit. Sage is good.
Okay, and I keep hearing about sage.
Oh yeah,
I keep hearing about.
I cleanse my
yeah.
house a lot with it.
Do you really?
Because you come in contact with a lot of different energies every day. You know, whether we like it or not.
Exactly.
You know, and
exactly.
sometimes you ever feel like, oh, I feel sick today. I don't
Yeah.
know what's going on.
Yeah. Exactly.
What's in your space?
Exactly.
And bathe with it. So teach your kids early these
Right.
practices.
Right.
So as
Right.
they get to a teenager and a young adult, when they go off to college,
Exactly.
you know.
I think that is awesome. So, do you have any other, like, are you going to be doing any speaking and other
Oh,
speaking
yeah.
engagements other than your own?
Yes. So you guys, I
Great.
will be in Atlanta
Oh, awesome. Very
next
good.
month
Okay.
on August the 8th.
Okay.
Women on Purpose, Latasha Williams event.
I think I saw that.
Yes.
Because that name.
Yes.
Women on Purpose.
Women
rings a
on
bell. So I
Purpose.
think I remember seeing
I'm excited.
that. Awesome.
Yeah, it's 50 speakers.
Uh-huh.
We all got a certain amount of minutes to tell our story. We're able to share our products, and
Great.
it's amazing.
Exactly. So now when you say products,
Yes, ma'am.
you have products as far as,
Yes, so you guys, today.
look at that, y'all. I have a cute little shirt. Look
Look
at
at the
that.
shirt.
I can't wait to wear that.
I am beauty after broken, you guys.
I like that.
Yeah, so
Now
I'm
what? Now,
blessing Miss
thank
Bridget.
you, my dear. Thank you. Look at that,
with
y'all.
it. Yes, so she can represent and
Yes.
support.
Definitely.
Yes,
definitely,
and then
definitely.
I'm also putting together some self-care packages where it's just like bath bombs and things of that nature to self-care for yourself.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
because that's how we find the beauty.
You're right. You're
You know,
right.
we're broken, so what's next?
And that's what I was gonna say. Then even just the title, "Beauty After
The
Broken."
Yeah.
Beauty after
I
broken.
tell people, just let that sit.
Right.
Beauty
Exactly.
after
Exactly.
broken. Because
Exactly.
is beauty. There's
Yeah.
beauty.
Yeah, and you have to be broken to get to that point.
Yeah. So that's my products, and I'm excited. And, you know, the book is going to be released, so that'll be the next product.
Awesome.
So,
I look forward to that. I look forward to.
yes.
So you're going to Atlanta.
Yes.
Any other speaking engagements in the works, or are you still working on?
Still got some in the mix. I am thinking about doing one for the fall.
Great. And I was going to ask you, are you going to do another conference?
Yes, I'm doing another conference.
Great.
But this conference, I want to invite some women
Okay.
who kind of have some similar stories.
Right. Exactly.
And we're pushing
Exactly.
through.
Exactly.
How do we push through?
Right.
You know, so
right.
now I want to give them a platform to share their story.
Exactly. Exactly. I think that is really, really great. I do. I think that's great. So do you do any, as far as, not really therapy, or
Oh,
do
yeah.
you find yourself going out?
Oh, yeah. So, like I said, I do have a therapist. I exercise.
Okay.
I love yoga because that finds your peace as well.
But have you thought about doing one-on-one
Oh, yeah.
with other?
Oh, yeah. So
Other-
that's in the works.
Okay, very good.
With
See?
the one-on-one coaching,
Yes.
you know, healing, you know,
Exactly.
bringing that pain to a purpose.
Exactly.
So, yes,
Exactly.
that's
So
in
do
the
you
works.
do you find that you run into a lot of women that, have a hard time opening up? How do you
Yeah.
deal with women, those type of women?
Yeah, I run into them, but there's ways, because I remember those ways that people, I had to feel like you were authentic.
Right. Right.
So
right.
you can feel that energy off of anyone, right?
Exactly.
So most of the time I haven't had too much of a hard time. People just start sharing. I'm like, I never knew.
Exactly.
I never knew.
Because again, like you say, people can tell
Yeah.
from that energy.
That energy.
Whether you're authentic or not. They
Yeah,
can they can tell from that energy.
They know who sent you.
Right. Exactly.
I always say that because sometimes people say, well, God sent me. And I'm like, I tend to ask, who sent you? Because the devil can be sent too.
That's right. You know what? That's one thing that I always say is be careful what you say out loud, because not only is God listening, but the devil listening too.
Yes.
He listening too, and sometimes he can disguise what you're asking for.
Yeah.
He can disguise it.
Yes.
As what you actually asked for, when actually that's not really what you asked for. Yeah, but he's listening too.
He's listening.
Yeah, so you have to be very careful what you put out there in the atmosphere. And I'm
Important.
learning that.
Yeah. And protecting it.
Exactly. I'm learning that. So do you have any spiritual background? Like you I hear you speak and you're very spiritual.
Yes.
So do you think you might find yourself going into
Yes.
Really?
Yes, because it's like, it was always just natural. You know, when I would talk to people, I'm like, you preach. You just always sound like you preach. I'm like, no, God just always laid it on my heart.
Right,
And
right.
even though my mom went through the trials that she went to,
Right.
being an addict to drugs, God was always in her. She was an evangelist.
Oh, really?
And can preach.
Oh,
and it was
really?
like, you never know who God will use.
That's right.
I said, and I watched her, and I remember being in the audience, and she was preaching from the pulpit, and I said, wow,
That's my mom. Yeah.
that came out of you?
Exactly.
You had that in your belly?
Exactly.
What you playing? you playing. So I
Isn't that
knew it was already in me.
Exactly.
So it just comes natural. When I'm on live, I don't prep. I just go.
Yeah, I'm
just
telling
go.
you, because the first time I saw
just
you, and
go.
I'm just looking like, who is this woman? And I think even then, I even reached out to you.
Yeah.
And sent you a message like, you have no idea. And I think I was on my way to work when I heard, and I was like, you have no idea.
Yes.
I don't know you, but I ran across your live, and it touched me, and I'm like, who are you?
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm about.
So again, you never know who's watching.
Never know.
You never know whose ear you're going to catch. So you always have to be very mindful of,
Yeah.
of what you say and
what you do.
Yeah, and what you
Especially
speak.
when I work
because
with a lot
God
of
is
the
going to
kids.
use you whether
Yeah.
you want him to or
or
not.
Yeah.
He's going to use you.
You
Right.
have no control.
That's right. That's right. I
Yes.
agree. I agree. Wow, isn't that something? So what's next for you?
So I think he's really pushing me in the path of really going full force with Beauty After Broken. This brand, I was on someone's live and she's a motivational speaker, been around for years, and she said, "What did you say that brand was?" I said, "Beauty After Bro." She said, "My God."
Yeah, that
My
alone is
God.
a
I said,
powerful
yes.
title. Yes.
And it just came to me one day in a vision when I woke up in the middle of the night, and I said, "God, this is what you want me to do," because
at
I've
that.
been wrestling with because I've always been good at anything that I put my hands on. I said,
Right.
"Well, God, it's something else, and I haven't quite touched it."
Exactly.
I said, 2017, I need clarity now.
Right.
I need to
Right.
walk in and just being clear.
And even to hear you say that, a lot of times we have to get into the habit of, if you ask God for what you want, he'll give it to you.
Yeah.
God, I need clarity.
See, that's it.
And be
What
willing
do
to
you
receive it. Yes.
The receive.
Yes.
Everybody don't want to
That's
receive
right.
it because
That's right.
sometimes we're
That's
fearful
right.
of what
Of what you-
others. We're like, "Well, I don't know, and it's like, I got you, or who
Exactly.
gonna support? I
Exactly.
always put that we look for our friends and family, and God said,
Yes.
I provide.
Yes. It's so funny because to hear you say that, because I was having a conversation with my husband earlier, and, he got so tired of hearing me, talk so hard about myself. And he just said, stop it. He said, stop looking for validation from everybody else. God gave you everything you need. You don't
Everything.
need nobody else. Exactly. And
Everything.
he gave you everything that you need. Stop looking for validation from everybody else.
And that's
So
what I
to
used
hear
to
you
do.
say that now is like confirmation.
Yeah. Because, again, he gives you what you need.
Yeah, he gives you
And
what you
he's
need.
been aligning some amazing women. People, I'm like, friends and family.
Right.
I'm not distracted by that. God,
Exactly.
you told me
That's right.
that this was my gift. So
Exactly.
now let me watch you work.
Exactly.
And
Let me
you've
get
been
out
get-
of my
let me-
own way.
Because I've been going to some empowerments and, some women conference and meeting some amazing women.
Exactly. So do you think that you're going to take your conferences outside
Oh,
of the
absolutely.
DC and Maryland area? Do you want to go?
Absolutely.
I think it would be definitely.
Oh,
I think it would
yeah.
definitely
It's
be a
needed.
beautiful thing.
And
to
I
just-
think
yeah.
the people
'Cause,
that he's
even though
aligned
we're
to
state
with.
to state, women everywhere are going through the same
Oh, yeah.
thing. And it
They gotta
doesn't
come up
matter
out of
what
that
race
trauma.
you are. It
No.
doesn't matter where you live, but they're going through the exact
Same
So I
thing.
think something like that is always, as long as it's genuine and authentic,
Then
it's always
That's
needed.
first.
Yeah,
That's
it's
first.
always
Authentic.
needed. Exactly.
You got to live by the mission. And that's what I tell people, live by the mission.
Live by the mission. Y'all hear that? Live
Yeah,
by,
by
the
the
mission.
mission.
So how can my audience reach you?
Yes, you guys. So I'm on Facebook,
Okay.
Lonnie Grant. Also at Gmail, Beauty After Broken at Gmail.
Okay.
You guys, I am on Instagram, Success with Lonnie.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a
And
couple
you guys
of ways.
make sure y'all connect with her. Get y'all one
Get-
of these
get the
cute
shirts,
T-shirts because I
get the
can't wait to put
shirts.
mine on. This pretty pink.
Yes.
And it's not only just a name; it's a name with a purpose.
Yes.
So make sure that you
Yes.
guys connect with her. Make sure you support what she's doing.
Yes.
Help her out as much as you can. Get one of these cute T-shirts to help her out.
Absolutely, because remember, it's not about me.
That's
It's
right.
about the generation that's coming after me.
Exactly. And I'm sitting here and I'm looking at, this name Broken, and, just to have my mind just kind of go in so many different directions, and that can just mean, so many things. You have women that are, broken from domestic abuse, from
yes.
verbal abuse, from,
Single
trauma
mom,
and-
teen mom.
Yes.
Broken for so many
exactly,
reasons.
Exactly.
So it's
I
time
think
to heal.
It's time to heal.
So our
But
daughters.
you have to be, yes, But you have to be willing to want to heal.
You gotta
That's right.
want to heal.
That's right.
Can't push everybody away.
That's right.
Some people are
That's
sent
right.
to you by design,
Exactly.
and you won't get
Exactly.
healed
So
if
did
you
it
push
take
them
you?
away.
But did it take you, a hard time to understand?
Oh
that?
yeah, oh yeah.
To
Because
understand that?
when you so wrapped up into brokenness, that's all you see.
Exactly.
So sometimes you can't see beauty. So
Exactly.
when people go to hug you or use the word love,
Right.
you don't see it.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know.
So I love it. You guys, please make sure that you connect with her, help her out with her cause as much as you can. Look out for her next conference coming up. Look out for that book coming up.
Yes.
I'm excited about that myself.
Yes.
So again, I want to thank my guests for joining me tonight. I really appreciate.
Thank
This
you.
was very informative. It definitely helped me, to just kind of think about some things as far as myself. So again, like I say, you never know where you're going to get your support. You never know where you're going to get your strength. You never know where you're going to get something that's going to keep you encouraged.
Yes.
So again, I want to thank you for joining me tonight. You are
Thank you.
always welcome. Whatever you got, bring it on and let's get it out
Yes.
there.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
guys.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
So I hope you guys enjoyed my guest for tonight. Please tune in next Monday as I will have Moo and Elizabeth Tyreek. They'll be sharing everything new that they have coming up. It's going to be some great stuff. So I'm really interested in getting those guys up here as well. So please make sure that you tune in again to Ustyle Magazine next Monday. Same time, same station. Thanks, you guys, and I'll see you soon.